Don't worry about it.
Well, you don't have to say, but you can. Have you ever farted in class?
Yes.
Have you? Like out loud, like to be annoying?
6th grade.
Shit, we talked about this. You're the guy that was put in the trash can. Didn't he fart?
Yeah, I told you that story, yeah. Alright, later, Corbin.
Bye! Wait, tell me again.
Body partition, the cut off my ear. What the hell happened here? Option 9, tear for tear. What the hell happened here? I say it's not good, it's just spin. What the hell happened here? I say what the hell happened here? I say what the hell happened here?
But really, what the hell, dude?
Welcome back to your favorite podcast, folks. Eye for an Eye with...
It's your host, Lisa!
And Matt. That was whack. Sorry about that.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
This is how we spend our Valentine's Day. With
Talking
you guys.
about murder. We love you guys. Hope you love us back. You can tell how intense this is. So we have a funny little one for you today. WTH3.
Yeah.
We love it. We're so happy you guys are loving it too. We're
Yeah.
enjoying talking about these little cases, man.
It definitely breaks up the seriousness of the other crimes, because those are definitely harder to joke around with and make kind of into a more lighthearted situation. Whereas this, it's okay, what
Absolutely.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Or
discussing
hell.
death or rape or any terrible crime in any way is awful. But some of these are a little bit funny. We like to think this is one of those, and we've got 2 for you today, both of which are pretty ridiculous, of course. We bring you nothing less than the craziest shit, folks. So, Lisa, very apropos, titles this one, Toot Toot.
Just hearing you read it makes me happy.
Fire away, then. That's what we'll go with, guys.
Fire away, then that's a good one.
Fire away.
Bombs
So
away.
this was in 2008, so 10 years ago now. A 13-year-old Florida student was arrested and hauled off to the local police station after disrupting class by farting and turning off children's computers in the class. He was charged with disruption of a school function and later released to the care of his mother. So the moral of this story from the police aspect of this is don't fart in class, kids.
I've probably farted in class, but never that loud.
So I definitely farted in class unintentionally one
Wait,
time.
tell your story about the trash can guy.
Oh, I'm definitely going to tell this
Because
story.
that goes with this.
Okay, this is a ridiculous story, though.
But wait, real quick, let's just go over for a second. He was charged.
Yeah.
Like a charge. Like this wasn't like you go to the principal's office. He was charged
Oh, man.
with disruption of school function.
Who called the police is my question. What asshole was like, I'm calling the cops?
Like what? Like what happened here? Literally, what the hell happened here?
What the hell happened here?
What happened to the principal's office? Like, are they not capable of handling a kid?
this? You don't have detention in your school, your middle school?
What? I watched people rip each other's weave out in
Yo.
high school. This kid farted in class.
I
And
got
went to
in-school
cops.
suspension one time for standing up and throwing a book across the room. Now, granted, I was not the first person to do this, but I was
I'm gonna
seen.
need more information about that.
I'll tell you the story later sometime. It was a hell of... You know everybody involved, and I won't say all their names on the cast here, but everybody
Because
should.
they're so wild.
'Cause they're-
throwing books.
Because the shit was crazy, man. This was 8th grade. People were reckless abandon.
But yeah, really, don't fart in class. I guess you gotta suck that shit up. I mean, people don't believe that, girls don't fart. So I'm already a leg up on you on getting in trouble for this one.
Yeah.
Everything else I would have been arrested for already, but...
I can tell you guys for a fact that's false, so everybody fuck
Not
off.
everything. That's a lie. WTH1, I would not have been arrested for because that's... And I also don't make soap, so never mind. So just 3 and 4 I would have been probably thrown away for.
I can say
Swearing
I would.
and spitting on the ground.
Yeah, and here we are again. Definitely would be in some trouble. So,
Farting in class.
true story. I was told this story by my favorite teacher probably of all time, one of my good friends. I want to attribute this to him. This was when he was in high school at my high school in 1979. Somebody verify that for me. Or it was the year of the Challenger.
If you said someone verify, look at me like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nobody in this room knows. We can tell you that much. But it was the year the Challenger exploded. And that was obviously a very infamous mission for NASA, where it was supposed to be the first time a teacher was ever in orbit, or a U.S. citizen who was not a trained astronaut. But it unfortunately ended in tragedy. And of course, around the nation and around the world that year, and right after that event, of course, people had moments of silence and, a big wave of grief that overtook the nation. So this was Central Catholic High School, year of the Challenger explosion, and my good friend tells me how this story goes. So there was a legendary dean of discipline named Mr. Wheeler who used to just rule with an iron fist and was the type of guy who you would never fuck with. Just that type of dude. Ex-Vietnam colonel and the whole shebang. So he came down at lunch period and silenced everybody and says, "We'd like to have a moment of silence for the people lost in the Challenger explosion." And over the completely dead, silent, hear a pin drop type quiet room, some kid busted ass and farted extremely loud enough that everybody in the entire room heard it. And of course, everybody at his table laughed hysterically, because honestly, I think I would have in that situation. I'm sorry, I was immature in high school too. But laughed hysterically in that situation. So Mr. Wheeler came over to the table, picked the kid up by the belt loop and by his shirt collar out of his chair, bench pressed, pulled the dude up into the air. Swear to God, this is how my man Conley told this story. Pulls him up in the air, bench pressed him, walked him over, holding him up by his shirt collar and belt, arms flailing up in the air. So he had him and dumped him head first into the full trash can during the lunch hour. True story. And I'll never not love it to tell it every day, because I have to tell you in detail how fucking hilarious that must have been. I cannot imagine having been in that room.
Can you imagine being that boy? I better shit my pants.
I could not imagine being that kid, because from what I understand, dude crossed that room in the time it takes me to get to the pisser in the middle of the night, like less than 2 seconds. Yeah.
What?
So I'm saying he was booking it over to this kid's table, picked him up, swiftly put him in an immovable type of hold, and then dumped him headfirst in a trash can. So everybody
is so funny.
Let's teach kids when to fart appropriately, but also understand that it is not punishable by law, as far as we know. Like that shit is...
take them to the principal's office, don't call the police. I'm pretty sure that's not necessary.
Yeah, if I'm the teacher, I would have handled it in the classroom. Be like, okay, detention for 2 weeks. Thanks for taking your time here.
This teacher was a little bit of a bitch.
Sounds like the teacher was a bit of a pussy, but we don't really know for sure.
But that is our episode of WTH3, episode 5.
Toot toot! What the hell happened here?
Honestly, if you have any farting stories or stories where you're like, what the hell happened here, send them our way. Rate, review, subscribe.
Share them.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
We love you.
We love you. Bye, everybody.